Released. Should we be worried about Gypsy Rose? Short summary backstory. Jeffree Star and Eugenia Cooney meet. What many people have not been understanding is that Gypsy was a young child when her mother's force of things took place and started. When you are a child, you are learning, processing, and repeating behaviors, language, and actions that are seen, heard, and have interacted with. She was literally raised to believe, think, and feel the pains and actions of a very ill young child, where she was given and provided medical treatments, procedures, surgeries, and medication from her mother, which were not necessary. Apparently, Dee Dee went through all this herself with who would be the grandmother of Gypsy, which is why specialists believe Dee Dee had Munchausen syndrome by proxy. This all started with Gypsy around the age of 3 months, according to the family and Gypsy's biological father. Released from prison in December 2023 after pleading guilty for second-degree unaliving of her mother, Dee Dee, she had spent 9 years locked up. At 23 years old, it was said she was to have the mental status of a 7-year-old. When Dee Dee was found deceased, Gypsy was nowhere to be found. It was discovered that Gypsy was at her boyfriend Nicholas's house. It is important to note that it has been reported that Nicholas himself did have learning disorders, a low IQ when tested, and said to have autism. This is not to say all autistic people have the aggression to do a crime, but it has been proven that depending on an individual's level of aggression, just like a person who does not have a disorder, how much control they have when it comes to that type of an emotion. Hence why many think Gypsy at this time may have bonded well with Nick, as they both were sheltered from certain aspects of regular daily life, and both had anger and depression in their home lives. Please be advised this video contains opinions and speculations regarding topics that have been discussed in media and print. Please always do your own research to make and come to your own conclusions. Now let's get back to the video. People want to know why Nick won't be getting released or have an appeal. Well, he has a past and a history as well, obviously, prior to what he did to Gypsy's mother. He has done things out in the public that was deemed a crime and inappropriate, even with some things he did with Gypsy while Dee Dee was alive, can be seen as a sexual deviant due to his mental disturbances that has been recorded and documented. Also, why he is seen as a danger to the public and community. How do you feel about the situation for Nick? Do you think he should be given the opportunity to go through with another appeal, or should be put into a different outreach program to help him? Tell me in the comments down below. When she was under the impression she was 15, she was found to have discovered a medical card that showed she was actually the age of 19. When she thought about running away and telling someone she was consulting with and felt trust to confide in, told her that, you're an adult at this age, so you can actually just get out and leave. Deep down, she feared what could happen if she was caught, and then God knows what other torture she would have endured at home afterwards. Remember, she has been under the mind, mental, and physical control and her guidance from her mother all this time. Dee Dee is all she really knew. And despite the bad things that have been discovered now, she felt some sort of trust and love for her mom. It's extremely hard to understand that when you are not in a similar situation. Did you know it has been reported that she was told to leave and move out of her apparent home state or area, as they fear she is too much of a social media celebrity and it is causing the area too much issues? Where is Gypsy and her husband going to go? Gypsy has said over time that she made up and became close with her father and his wife. Her father has claimed he had been in her life for years up until she was about 10 years old. Dee Dee was known to speak negatively of him to Gypsy for years and conditioned her to kind of have some hard feelings towards him. But when she turned 18 in her accurate life age length, he attempted to reach out to say, happy 18th, you're an adult, and what a big deal it is. And Dee Dee wouldn't let him speak to her without her voicing some things first. It had been said that she told him that she wouldn't understand as she mentally is slow and thinks she's around 14 years old. You will just confuse her. Some people today think she is just acting innocent and the changed person routine is for show. At the same time, others believe she has healed, as she has said that she was actually grateful for prison, as she was in the sense of, free from the traumatic events and experiences, and was living, oddly enough, a more normal life behind bars, as she could eat regular food, grow her hair out, learn to read, write, whatever. To the point where you can actually say she was raised in a jail cell, as before she had no choices or thought process to anything of her own. In regards to the video I had put out yesterday discussing Gypsy's interest in social media marketing and fame, well, her possible collaboration with Eugenia Cooney and Jeffree Star could be a match made in heaven or a match made in hell. Jeffree Star can show her lifestyle like none other, and as for Eugenia, well, her and Gypsy could relate in the fact that they have been sheltered and have been through some sort of shit, especially with both having controversial mother-daughter relationships in their lives. She is just learning to live outside the jail walls, so do you think she should jump on this opportunity or take a rain check? So tell me in the comments what you think down below, and I will see you in a new video soon. Remember, always do your own research and stand up for what you believe in. I'm Leenda, and that's for the record, Your Honor.